Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the commencement ceremony of the class of 2022. I am Mallory Wright, Senior Class President. Before you see our class walk across the stage tonight, I would like to tell you a little bit about our unique class. We are a big class. Every year, as we move to grade level, Belding Schools would have to add a classroom and a teacher to accommodate us. We have 143 traditional students graduating tonight. What's interesting is we have 72 men and 71 women that represent this class. That's almost a 50-50 breakdown. Also, get this one, we have 4 sets of twins in this class. Pretty cool. We have 26 exchange students that joined our class this year. That's a record. These exchange students are from 13 different countries. Again, pretty cool. We have 19 adult ed graduates, and from what I hear, they may be a record too. So tonight, we are 188 strong. We are a smart class. We have 8 seniors graduating with a 4.0 or higher. That's impressive. Last night, 40 seniors earned honor cords, which Mr. O says is a really high number. As a class, we are graduating with over 200 college credits through our dual enrollment opportunities and easily just as many from advanced placement, CTE, and articulated credits. Wow. We are an athletic class. Our class has been a part of 9 conference titles, 1 district title, 3 regional titles, and we have 5 all-state athletes. And that was even with some seasons stolen away by COVID. We have been part of many other successes as well. Awards in Business Professionals of America, 4-H, band, and incredible drama performances. The list could go on and on. We did that, in Mr. O's own words, all while the world thought kids were just being lazy during the pandemic. Classmates, I am proud to stand here with you tonight. We persevered and we succeeded. This is the class of 2022. And now I would like to introduce our amazing superintendent, Mr. Brent Noski.
Good evening. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all parents, family members, to our staff, and especially our 2022 graduates. I want to thank you all for attending this very special occasion tonight. I would like to take a few moments to introduce our Belding Area School Board members. These 7 members spend many hours throughout the school year working on behind-the-scenes decisions to ensure we are providing the very best education possible to our almost 1,800 Belding area students. Terry Bonney, Shannon Hummel, Doug Lamborn, Kate Firestein, who could not be here tonight, Deborah Bach, Mike Baker, and Candy Strobel-Sauer. I truly appreciate all of these folks and the leadership they provide for our district. First of all, I want to say to all of our graduates, I love every single one of you. I've now been at Belding over 6 years, so I actually met some of you in 6th grade. You have grown to be a second family to me. Today is bittersweet. I'm extremely proud and excited for all of you and the future endeavors that lie ahead for each of you. At the same time, I have a sense of sadness. As I won't see you as near as often, I may gain a few snacks in my office that often disappear on a daily basis, but I will miss you all greatly. The past 2 years have been 2 of the most challenging years in history. I believe these past 2 years will define you for the rest of your lives. It would be easy for any of you to feel sorry for yourselves and make excuses for a lack of success in your future. However, I don't think any one of you will allow this to happen. I believe you will use the challenges this pandemic has presented you and use it to your full advantage. Belding tough is not just something we say in this town, it is something we live by. I believe living through this pandemic during the last 2 years of your high school will only cause you to be even tougher than those who have graduated before you. As I look out at all of you, I have 100% confidence that our future is in great hands. I see a group of young people who are going to take the challenging years they've lived through and turn it into an extraordinary future. I know we are going to hear great accomplishments from this class for years to come. You parents, grandparents, and others have raised some pretty amazing young men and women. My message to all of you does not change from messages to the previous classes that I've spoken to at Belding. My wish for each and every one of you is to find true happiness in your lives. To do this, it is my belief that you must put faith, family, and friends beyond all else. You will not find true happiness in this world if you serve only yourself and your own needs. True happiness will come when you put the service of others first. I conclude tonight with a quote from Sheryl Sandberg. Remember this, you are all awesome. I'm not suggesting that you be boastful. No one likes that in men or women. But I am suggesting that believing in yourself is the first necessary step to coming even close to achieving your full potential. I love each and every one of you, and I wish nothing but the very best for your futures. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Noski. My name is Michael Ostrander. I'm the principal here at Belding High School, the proud and honored principal to be here tonight. Before I introduce our student speakers for tonight's event, I want to first thank and recognize the Belding High School Symphonic Wind Ensemble and Director Ryan Rubel for joining us this evening. It's been a number of years since our band has performed at commencement, and we're delighted to have them back here tonight. It's now my honor to welcome our first student speaker for tonight's ceremony, our valedictorian, Brooklyn German. Brooklyn is the daughter of Jameson and Kim German and sister to fellow senior Samantha, are you Samantha? 4 years, never know. And a sixth grader, Jade. Brooklyn is a fantastic student, graduating with an outstanding GPA of 4.166, having taken 6 advanced placement courses, 4 dual enrollment courses, and earning 33 high school credits and over a dozen college credits. She's also an excellent artist and musician, and she's been a member of the band, cross-country, soccer, track and field, and volleyball teams while in high school. In her spare time, she's been a member of student council in the National Honor Society. Brooklyn is humble, respectful, tough, mature, talented, all of those things and more. She plans to attend Colorado Mountain College in the fall to begin her studies in ecosystem science and management. Please again join me in welcoming Brooklyn German. See, we almost had that emergency, right?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Brooklyn German, in case you didn't hear that. I just wanted to say, first and foremost, that we made it. I've been waiting so long to say that. As always, I want to congratulate my classmates, and it's not just for sitting here today. The real congrats comes from persevering through 13 years of school, dedicating your time and effort every day, whether it's taking a hard test or honestly just getting out of bed in the morning, because the struggle is real. Of course, I'd want to also thank all of the teachers and the staff, not just for teaching us, but also for mentoring us. I know emotionally, physically with sports. I know some are coaches as well. And then also our parents and mentors, everyone sitting out there today, for also teaching us along the way and giving us the room and the guidance we need to grow and to become what we are today. Standing here today, I'm proud to represent the class through my words, but I also want to acknowledge and represent the whole student body through some of their words. I did this by asking some of my fellow students to share their outlook on their high school experience or anything that was specifically meaningful to them. Some of the responses I got included unforeseen, which I agree. This one I shortened a little bit, but I had a young gentleman who had just moved here this year said, he truly gained a family through the high school and the community within. The people here that I can now call my friends and family have truly made my senior year an amazing one, and that truly leaves a warm feeling within. This third one I particularly like, very short, to the point, entertaining and interesting. And then I had another one that I shortened a bit as well. It honestly went by way too quickly. I wish I wouldn't have taken the small moments for granted. That being said, I'm very grateful for the crazy high school experience I had, and she ended with that she will forever cherish. Couple more. Actually, one more. This one, it was fun being involved in all, but don't forget the possibilities that await you outside of the mindset of high school. This one particularly stood out to me and made me think of the F word, as in future. The future is so dreaded by so many of us, but it's so full of possibility. The word possibility is used by so many of us. I know I've definitely used it. I feel like a lot of times, though, the word possibility is defined by college, by money, or an expectation to know what your future holds, while it should instead be bounded by experience, joy, and, of course, taking risks. That being said, doubt and confusion are also foundations of what makes us stronger as individuals. I know we've experienced that through high school, through life outside of high school, and it's just something that we overcome every day. I don't know about you guys. I know a lot of students, but also my mom watches TikTok. She had a phase where she sent me so many TikToks. it felt like another chore just to open them all. I don't watch TikTok, but I did because she sent me so many. So one of those that she sent me particularly struck me, and it highlighted a lot of the negative what-if statements, which is something I'm sure a lot of people going into the future are struggling with. I know personally myself I was. Like, what if I crash and burn? What if I no longer know where I'm taking my future? And what if it all falls apart? The whole TikTok can be good sometimes. It ended with, what if it all works out? Now that we have our futures ahead of us, that's a question we should all be remembering in order to take those risks. What we do now is up to no one but us. Look for those people whose opinions you value. Think back on the little moments we've spent, even with each other, whether a fellow senior is your absolute best friend, or even someone that smiled at you in the hallway or opened the door for you. However, be careful not to base your future on another's versions of success. It's time to personally roll the dice and take chances while being true to the person you know best, which is yourself. So what if you crash and burn? Get up and try something new. Be yourself the whole time. Encourage yourself and others. Find your possibility, because ultimately, what if it all works out? Thank you.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Our final student speaker for tonight is senior scholar Mallory Wright. Mallory's not a twin, it's the same one who spoke earlier. She is the daughter of Chris and Kathleen Wright and the proud older sister of freshman Allison. Mallory is graduating tonight with an amazing 4.153 grade point average. She's taken 7 AP courses at Belding High School and 3 dual enrollment courses. Like Brooklyn, she's graduating with over a dozen college credits already in hand. Mallory was a 4-year member of the volleyball and track and field programs, where she's earned all conference honors a combined 5 times. She is the school record holder in the pole vault at 10 feet 9 inches tall and was a state finalist in track and field twice. She has been an excellent leader for our student council and National Honor Society. Mallory has provided her leadership by meeting with peers and administration to offer thoughts on school improvement, culture, and student involvement. In the fall, she will enroll at Grand Valley State University, where she is planning to pursue a career in elementary education. And Mallory, when you finish your degree, we'd be happy to hire you here at Belding Area Schools. Please join me in welcoming Mallory Wright.
Thank you. Hello again, classmates, parents, grandparents, siblings, teachers, administrators, and community members. As I look back on my 12 years at Belding Area Schools, I start by thinking back to the years that I participated in club sports in Grand Rapids. Whenever someone would ask me, "Where are you from?" or "What school do you go to?" I would proudly reply with Belding. I would always get weird looks, and I remember thinking, why did they just look at me like that? They all always had something to say about Belding. They would say, "Isn't that in the country? Do you live on the farm? I feel like there are a lot of farms out there." Yes, it is in the country, but all those days that you walked in the snow to the bus stop and your face hurt because it was so cold out, I was cozy in my bed because school was called off. It wasn't it wasn't safe on the country roads for the buses. I remember my gymnastics team calling snow days right days because my sister and I had so many snow days. I think 17 snow days in a school year was our record, if my calculations are correct. So yes, we live in the country, but that's a perk in my eyes. There are lots of perks about living in Belding, and the snow days were just one of them. They would say, "That is so far away. You have to drive so far to practice or even to go to the mall." Yes, it is far from the big city, but I spent a lot of time in the car with my mom, dad, and sister, and I'm sure all of you sitting in the chairs in front of me could say the same with your family. This is something we all probably didn't appreciate at the time, but looking back, I cherish every single moment that I had with my family. So yes, we drive a lot, but it's time with loved ones that we wouldn't otherwise have. They would say, "Isn't that a really small town? Do you know everyone? Isn't everyone related or something?" Yes, it is a small town, but it's a small town with a big heart. This year, when our girls' basketball team won the district title, me and some of my teammates walked into the horse's mouth to a standing ovation, confetti, cheers in our honor, and the fight song. The entire community comes out to support the football team on Fridays, win or lose. The entire community also knows what Believe Week is and supports Michaela Linebaugh and the B Foundation because we believe in the cause and know it stays right here in the community. The entire community has been wrapping their arms around the Mag family as one of our own is fighting in the hospital. The sports teams have all worn blue ribbons on their uniforms, and all 4 schools in our district have worn blue in honor of Olivia. All of these things show that Belding truly is a small town with a big heart. They would say, are your sports teams even good? Well, yes. We dominate the conference in a lot of sports. We've won conference titles, district titles, state titles, and have many all-state athletes. But what I think is more important is that I could play multiple sports and any sport I wanted throughout the years. I even got the opportunity this year to play a sport I have never played before and was able to be a part of something truly special when we won the district title. Also, even more special is that our exchange students can try any sport they want. Not only is that an amazing opportunity for them, but it was an even better experience for us to be able to play beside them and get to know people from all over the world that we wouldn't have normally met. They would say, do you get many opportunities in such a small school district? Ha, I think the joke's on them. I don't think they know who their superintendent is, let alone his or her name. Not only do we know Mr. Noski by name, but we see him several times a week. We see him and hear him cheering us on at sporting events, supporting us in club activities, and sitting in the front row for band concerts and drama productions. He knows every single one of us by name, and I promise you that is not something you can get in a big school district. Did they get to sit at the table with their principals and give ideas to improve our schools? Did they get to help plan dances, spirit weeks, student cheering section themes, or have administrators and teachers ask our opinions on how to handle the pandemic? Did their big schools have senior exit interviews to prepare them for real-world interviews? Did their school start one of the first mental health programs in the state because teachers were concerned for our mental health? Yes. Our school district is small, but the opportunities we have had because our teachers and administrators care about us and what we think is priceless. Based on everything they have said, class of 2022, I have a challenge for you. Well, actually, I have 2 challenges, but they're easy, I promise. The first is to give back. And I'm not talking about monetary donations. I mean, if you can, that's great. But what I mean is give back with your time and talents. These last 12 years, we have been blessed with parents, grandparents, community members, and teachers that have given their time outside of their normal jobs to help at the schools. They tutor and mentor students, sew band uniforms, make locker decorations, build sets for drama, run the athletic boosters, coach, and the list could go on. And they did all of this for us, so we could succeed. So I ask you to find your talents and find some time to give back to the future of Belding, which is us, the students. My second challenge, and maybe the most important, is that when you go out to your jobs, trade schools, colleges, and universities, tell them about Belding. Show them the pride we have in our school and our small town. What we have here in this small town is special, and people need to know how special it really is. And in Mr. Noski's own words, Belding is a great place to be. Congratulations, class of 2022. We did it, and I wish each and every one of you the best of luck in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mallory. The first time I heard her give that speech, I said, I can't imagine a better commercial for Belding area schools. I'll talk louder. As I mentioned, when I heard her give that speech, I simply couldn't imagine a better commercial for Belding area schools. So thank you, Mallory, for sharing those thoughts. 6 years ago, we began the tradition of honoring a staff member as a commencement speaker. 34 years before that, tonight's speaker started his career at Belding High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Dan Schultens to the stage. When Dan started as a student teacher at Belding High School in 1983, and I was 9 months old, he had no idea that he would be standing at a commencement 40 years later, having taught over 5,000 students. He has reached the critical point where he isn't just teaching the children of his first students, he is now in the realm of teaching grandchildren of his first students. But for me, and certainly for Dan, it has not been about the number of years or the number of students or the number of commencement ceremonies. It has always been about the relationships, the moments, and the memories. I have heard Dan use a phrase that I have often parroted myself: we have the greatest job in the world. Where else could Dan engage young people by collecting pictures of surgeries, broken bones, and colonoscopies? Where else could Dan enter the guidance office in the same familiar fashion every day, slamming his face against the door before casually leaping to hit his head on to touch a college pennant multiple times per day? Where else could words like Jug Day, Cats, and Snow Day make so many people instantly think of one specific person in one specific classroom? Belding High School and the Belding community have been blessed to learn from Dan for 4 decades. Whenever he decides to trade in his classroom for his back porch, he will be leaving a tremendous legacy. Tonight, I am honored to introduce our staff speaker, Mr. Dan Scholtens.
Good evening, everybody. What a great evening it is. The weather couldn't have worked out any better than it did. Welcome to the commencement ceremony of Belding High School. Welcome the parents, grandparents, siblings, extended families, friends, and staff. Most importantly, welcome to the class of 2022. I'd like to extend a special welcome to my family who's in attendance, my beautiful wife of 38 years almost, Jackie, my amazing mother-in-law of those same 38 years, Julie Condon, my incredible children, my daughter Carrie, son Matthew, and daughter-in-law Melanie. My grandson was unable to make it tonight. He's sleeping right now. I'm sure he's dreaming about graduating from high school, or more likely he's dreaming about the movie Cars or Trash Truck. Tonight I've been given the distinct honor to address you, the class of 2022, with some assistance from some students earlier, week before last. I learned that Belding schools began somewhere around 1868. That was as close as we could come. That would make you approximately the 154th graduating class of Belding. Could I ask everybody that is in the audience tonight, not you because you haven't done it yet, but everyone that has graduated from Belding High School, could you stand up for a minute, please? It's a little bit weird to think about, but I was probably there for most of those. The next thing I did, very briefly, is I got out the calculator to try to figure out how long I had been here. Out of those, 154 is a lot, and I've been here about 25% of that time, which was a little scary to me. And if you looked at the yearbook from my first year teaching, my first couple actually, you might be surprised to know that things were actually in color back then. Kind of a Wizard of Oz phenomenon, I think. Over the past 4 years, I've gotten to know almost every one of you, be it in the classroom, in driver education, through coaching, or maybe just a chat in the hallway or the lunchroom. We formed relationships in all of those different venues, and all those relationships are special and different. When I thought about what I would say tonight, a million things went through my head. And as many of you know, I can talk, so I'm going to try to keep this brief. Should I steal a speech from the internet, which, by the way, that didn't exist when I started teaching either? Should I have a theme? Should I just ramble on? And what I decided on doing, I'm really fond of words. I don't know why. Some of you have contributed to the list of words. I have a list of words. It's kind of a weird thing, but I like words. So 3 of them came to mind when I was trying to think of what to say. And the 3 that came to mind were gratitude, attitude, and latitude. And I'd like to start with gratitude. Gratitude is defined as the quality of being thankful, the readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. You've accomplished a tremendous feat by making it to those chairs tonight, but you did not do that alone. You stood on the shoulders of a great many people who helped you. Now I'd like to ask you all, graduates and attendees this evening, to take a moment to think of all of those who have helped us get to this point in our lives. Let's take a moment of silent reflection on those people. Thank you. My second word is attitude. You know, all comedians think that they are funny. But if the audience doesn't laugh, they're not funny. It kind of all depends on the audience. You may think you are all doing everything correctly, but it's more about how others respond to that tell you whether or not you're doing it right. Your behavior is a reflection of your attitude. It's a reflection of you and who you are. Fair or unfair, the way that people perceive you is reality. How does the world see you? What would your teachers say? Your bosses or your friends? Do they see someone who helps others or someone who only helps themselves? Do they see someone who's tolerant or someone who judges and condemns? Do you inspire others to be great or do you lead people astray? Just remember, your attitude tells the world who you are. And then my last word is latitude. It's a geographical term referencing relative position to the equator. But loosely, it's kind of a directional term. What is your direction? Not to sound too cliche, but tonight is literally the first day of the rest of your life. Where are you going? I've had hundreds of conversations with students over the years, many with you, about your future and where you're going. And usually there's this great deal of uncertainty and fear even. And that's true of every one of you. But tomorrow morning you're going to wake up and all of life's paths are going to be in front of you. It's time to start walking. You might not be certain of the exact direction, but start walking. Beyond those 3 words, I'd like to finish with just some random bits of advice. I've been called random before. But as you listen, ask yourself how these resonate with you. Be enthusiastic. Nothing great has ever been accomplished by complaining. Learn to say yes. Get out of your comfort zone. Learn to say no. You can't do everything and be everything, so don't even try. Say please. Say thank you. Say I love you. Be a great listener. You know, there's a reason that you have 2 ears and only 1 mouth. Don't be afraid to apologize. I'm sorry solves a lot of problems. Be on time. Remember people's names and use them. Your opinion isn't the only one that exists. Respect others. Make eye contact and shake hands. It sets the tone. Start saving for retirement tomorrow. You'll never regret that. Yesterday is fine. To close, I'd like to offer my most sincere congratulations to the class of 2022. Like the beautiful butterfly emerges from the chrysalis, you are emerging as a changed version of yourself. When you cross this stage tonight, you're crossing a very important bridge to the rest of your life. You worked very hard through many obstacles to get here. Tonight we celebrate you. And I'd like to finish with a quote. May the wind always be at your back and the sun always upon your face. And may the wings of destiny carry you aloft to dance with the stars. Congratulations, class of 22. Go be great.
Well, that ought to be easy to follow. Before we begin conferring diplomas to our graduates, I'd like to take the opportunity to recognize our international students. These students have spent the year here studying at Belding High School. The exchange student program at Belding High School is an integral part of our school culture. These students spend 9 months of their lives in our classrooms and community, but they remain in the lives of their classmates and teachers forever. Tonight, we have 25 exchange students participating in commencement, a new Belding High School record. Joining me from the American Legion Post 203 to present American flags to our students is Commander Ernie Cox. All right, exchange students. We're ready for the first group. Could the first group of exchange students please rise? From Denmark, Sophie Beinega Nielsen. From Germany, Benedikt Jakob Bauer. From Norway, Malin Holden. From Germany, Finn Lennis Ewald. From Norway, Karina Knudsen. From Spain, Hugo Gonzalez Moreno. From Italy, Valeria Nicole Vitaler. From Sweden, Eric Olaf Wilborg. From France, Leonie Forete. From Spain, Alejandro Montalban. From Russia, Inoana Sigachova. From Brazil, João Pedro Pinheiro. From Italy, Maria Chiara Racciapoli. From Germany, Tada Ehlers. From Germany, Katharina Braun. And from Italy, Eduardo Lorenzi. One more group. From Italy, Chiara Ronchi. From Brazil, Enzo Cosenza. From Thailand, Kachakorn Kenku. From Italy, Aron Minogini. From Spain, Aina Segura. From Italy, Giorgia Barra. From Thailand, Potsaton Jaima. From Mexico, Roxana Alvarado. And from Spain, Santiago Garcia Barbuda. Little known fact, I've spent the year becoming fluent in 13 different languages. And as I told those students this morning, the only ones who know if I got it right are them. But you all believe that I just did, and I thank you for playing along. At this time, I would like to recognize students who are graduating with honors tonight. Students at Belding High School have the opportunity to explore career and technical education through our partnership with the Ionia County Career Center, formerly Heartlands, and the Montcalm Area Career Center. Tonight, several students are wearing CTE honor cords for their outstanding coursework in these programs. As your name is announced, please stand, and if we could hold the applause to the end. Elena Boone, William Garrison, Sierra Guernsey, TJ Johnson, AJ Peasley, Dylan Skazwalk, Aiden Slayton, Naomi Curtis, Samantha German, Xavier Jeffrey, Josh Linebaugh, Jesse Preston, Stephen Scheid, Kaylee Strickland, Evan Fitzgerald, Kyle Gillespie, Ryan Johnson, Brendan Nemick, Jessica Rodriguez Damazo. That wasn't the end. Matthew Scout, and Summer Thomas. At this time, I'm going to ask our honor roll students who earned a cumulative GPA of 3.0 to 3.499 to stand as their name is announced. These students have maintained a B or higher average over their 4 years here at Belding. Celeste Moore, Briseda Tobar, Hannah Marvin, Breton Wilson, Haley Link, Bryce Brevard, Emily Straub, Sierra Wood, Brooklyn LaBelle, Xavier Jeffrey, Elliot Ross, Sierra Guernsey, Abby Bushry, Devin Toman, Jacob Duffy, Maya Casey, Maria Banks, Faith Percy, Zach Smith, Elena Boone, Ethan Schmid, Kelsey Bartholomew, Kayla Walsh, William Garrison, Aiden Slayton, Callie Vandentorn, Carla Lopez, Drew Firestein, Venetia McMeekin, and Dylan Rockburn. Our next group of students are graduating cum laude, having a GPA of 3.5 to 3.699, so just under an A- average over the course of their 4 years, and wearing an orange cord tonight. Connor Miller, Tasia Pickle, Summer Thomas, Callie Jensen, Mitchell Lake, Hunter Windler, Evan Fitzgerald, Jessica Rodriguez Damaso, Stephen Scheid, Kelsey Dwyer, Dylan Skazwalk, Emma Regalado, Lexi Wiley, Nolan German, and Katie Richmond. Earning magna cum laude honors for a GPA of 3.7 to 3.899, A- and above, are wearing a red cord tonight. Please stand as your name is read. Luke Dombrowski, Katie Elbert, Maddie McMahon, Kyle Gillespie, Caitlin Backing, Haley Nielsen, Kaylee Strickland, Allison Edgington, Zach Putney, and Ryan Johnson. Wearing a blue cord tonight are students with a cumulative GPA of 3.9 and above, or 3.9 to 3.999, and graduating summa cum laude. Please stand as your name is read. Alyssa Brown, Kieran Breimeyer, Mason Barker, Matthew Scout, Matthew Mossman, and Ben Kinsey. Our final group of honorees are wearing gold cords and are recognized as senior scholars. They have a GPA of 4.0 and above. First, our valedictorian, Brooklyn German. Our salutatorian, Julia Finley. Maria Tomich. Mallory Wright. Logan Bayless. Samantha German. Maddie Rayborn, and Brendan Nemick. We're almost to the diploma part. We are for some of you. At this time, I would like to welcome Mrs. Ann Van Dusen, principal of our adult education program, for the presentation of our diplomas to our adult learners.
Thank you. This year, we had 14 adults earn their diploma, high school diploma, and we had 5 adults complete their GED testing. The first adult completed and finished in July, and the last one finished yesterday. So it's quite a year for us. I have to share something new that Adult Ed has been involved in this year. We partnered with the Kent ISD Adult Education Program, and we're able to offer our adults some of the same career opportunities that you folks have been able to attend here at the high school. And this year, I'd like Sarah McRoberts to stand up. She completed her welding certification with that Kent ISD program, so give her a round of applause. We will miss this amazing group of young men and women, some not so young, all younger than me, though. And may you always have a million dreams, and remember us and keep us in your hearts, because we love you. Now, I would like to present to you the Adult Ed graduates and GED completers for 2022. Rhonda Ray Phillips. Sarah Marie McRoberts. Tyler James Hostetler. Kevin S. Ward. Danny Lee Brown. Tracy Smith. Mary Jane Victoria Ganther. Amber Lynn Ray. Mackenzie Elizabeth Fleeser. Chelsea Renee Taylor. Rochelle L. Smith. And Brian Douglas Watson, Jr. Thank you.
All right, seniors. Here's the time you've been waiting for, the presentation of your diplomas. Devin Michael Nemick. Congratulations, bud. Andrew David Firestein. Congratulations, Groom. Kira Elizabeth Umler. Mitchell Dennis Lake. Congratulations. Victoria Marie Granado. Kyle Anthony Gillespie. Abby Sue Bushry. Logan Stephen Bayless. Summer Grace Gibson. Evan Mitchell Fitzgerald. Jessica Roxanne Rodriguez Damazo. Max Alexander Van Dyken. Tasia May Lynn Pickle. Great job, Tasia. Brendan Matthew Nemick. Lily Rose Rickman. Alex Groot. Allison Marie Edgington. Congratulations. Joey Alexander Benitez. Mallory Michelle Wright. Congratulations. Brooklyn Joe German. Great job, Brooklyn. Gracie Ann Regan. Tyler James Phillips. Great job, Tyler. Tiana Nicole Vanderlip. Mason William Barker. Great job, Mason. Tanisha Lynn Higby. One of our best transfers from Greenville. Trenton William Heathers. Congrats, bud. Catherine Irene Albert. Congratulations. Miguel Alfredo Renteria. Congratulations. Victoria Rose Cowling. Congratulations. Julian Corona. Congratulations. Briseda Tobar. Trenton James Altman. Thanks, bud. All right. Jacqueline Hazel Alexander. Congratulations. Travis Levi Miller. Callie Ray Vandentorn. So much better in orange and black. Kenneth Anthony Umler. Venetia Dream Rose McMeekin. Benjamin Daniel Kinsey. Abby Cowley. Congrats, Abby. Damian Jewell. Great job. Is that for you? Ready? Kayla Lynn Walsh. Congratulations. Connor Dalton Miller. Congrats, Connor. Maria Carolyn Banks. Xavier Daniel Jeffrey. Congrats, bud. Kaylee Marie Ogden. Zachary Franklin Putney. Congrats, Zach. Caitlin Marie Backing. Congrats. Zachary Brian Lynn. Congrats, Zach. Sierra May Wood. Jacob Edward Chambers. Congrats. Madison Rose McMahon. Congratulations. Proud of you. Ethan Robert Schmid. Congrats, Gibby. Grace Ann Mesnikowski. Dylan Michael Rockburn. Madison Lynn Rayborn. Zachary Dale Thomas. Jenna Elise Nummer. Dylan Michael Skazwalk. Lexi Jean Wiley. Austin William Reed. Congrats, bud. Proud of you. Alyssa Grace Brown. Marcus David Leisure. Jasmine Guerra. Bretton Tyler Wilson. Congrats, bro. Elena Marie Aguilar Boone. Congratulations. Logan Robert Guernsey. Marissa Lisbeth Garcia. Congrats. Bretton Lee Ford. You did it, man. Congrats. Kaylee Lynn Strickland. Congrats. Nolan Gerard German. Congrats. Julia Elise Finley. Congratulations. Travis Dylan Johnson Jr. Congrats, man. Proud of you. Emma Beth Regalado. Congrats. Joshua James Wayne Linebaugh. Congrats. Summer Star Thomas. Jason Thomas Perez. Congrats, JT. Carla Fernanda Lopez. Congratulations. William J. Garrison. Great job, Will. Juliana Marie Kendall. Congratulations. Cameron Lewis Brooks. Congratulations. Kelsey Kraus. Bryce Harlan Brevard. Emily Elizabeth Straub. Congratulations. Kyle Anthony Windsor. Congrats, Kyle. Faith Lynn Percy. Faith, I am so impressed. Adrian Joseph Jason Peasley. Congrats. Sierra Lynn Guernsey. Mason Joseph Anderson. Haley Grace Nielsen. Logan Scott Wallen. Congratulations. Tegan Ray O'Toole. Congrats. Lane William Bignell. Congrats. Jocelyn May Gould. Guild. Jesse James Preston. Congrats. Elena May Holnagel. Devin Gabriel Toman. Congrats, Devin. Naomi Marie Curtis. Dylan Thomas Lake. Congrats, Dylan. Brooklyn Rose LaBelle. Luke Alexander Dombrowski. Samantha Jameson German. Hunter Nathaniel Wing. Hannah Mae Bristol. Matthew Alexander Scout. Maya Bryn Casey. Hunter Aiden Windler. Congrats, Hunter. Haley K. Link. Cody Michael Fleeser. Celeste Luis Moore. Kieran Teague Breimeyer. Kelsey Cheyenne Dwyer. Congratulations. Mac David Richard. Hannah Ruth Marvin. Congrats, Hannah. Ryan David Johnson. Callie Marie Jensen. Jacob Allen Duffy. Maria Vianne Tomich. Stephen Albert Scheid. Congrats. Elliot Luis Ross. Aiden Michael Slayton. Francesco Biella. Aiden Uriah Gaucher. Zachary Daniel Smith. Congrats. Matthew Grant Mossman. Got it. With our band returning for tonight's ceremony, we are also bringing back a time-honored tradition that hasn't been performed here in many years. The Belding High School alma mater, The Orange and the Black, is a song many of you have not heard in a long time and one that students have likely never heard. Right now, please turn your attention to the Belding High School Symphonic Wind Ensemble as they play our alma mater. Seniors, it has been an honor to serve as your teachers, coaches, advisors, and principals. Tonight, my emotions are heightened by the opportunities that await you outside the walls of Belding High School. As I look out at you for one final time as a full group, I see scholars, artists, musicians, athletes, dreamers, leaders, and more. I see agents of change, builders of bridges to new opportunities, and courageous collaborators of tomorrow's world. I respect you, I believe in you, I love you, and most importantly, I count you positively among the blessings in my life. I am certain that those surrounding you right now share those sentiments and look forward to celebrating with you tonight and throughout their lives. Last night, I told you about my ongoing disgust when I hear people rant about kids these days. And while I admittedly am a culprit at times myself, I want to end tonight with the same message to those who are worried about the kids these days. The kids are all right. The kids in front of me have graduated from high school when none of their 4 years have been the same. They learned to be flexible, empathetic, compassionate, and tough. The kids in front of me prioritize mental health. They advocate for themselves and others. They are growing up in a world with more distractions and more disruptions, and they are learning to become more focused on the things that matter. The kids in front of me are headed off to pursue careers that didn't exist when Mr. Schulten started teaching, let alone when I started my career. They are creative, collaborative, and critical thinkers who will change the world. The kids that I know are more than all right. I'm not too worried about the kids these days. I'm worried that if we spend too much time complaining about them, we'll miss out on the lessons that they're trying to teach us. Would the class of 2022 please rise? Students, for the last time, students, please move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pride to present to you the newest alumni of Belding High School. Congratulations.